Hello, friends. This is the song Jesus by Chris Tomlin. There are 2 verses, a chorus, and a bridge. I'm going to be doing this in the key of B flat just because I happen to like that key the best for this particular song. You can do it in whatever key you want to. If you go to worshiptogether.com, you can actually put in the song and plug in or request whatever chords you want for it to transpose the song to, and it'll do that for you, which is super, super nice. So I'm doing it in B flat. If you have maybe a newer piano player, I would do it in the key of C just because that's really, to me, one of the easiest keys to play in. But I like the way this one sounds, so that's why I'm choosing this one, okay? So we're gonna start with verse 1 here. And I would sing it pretty straight if you're going to be singing it as a group. If you're doing it as a solo, I'll go through what that could sound like. Here we go. There is a truth older than the ages. There is a promise of things yet to come. There is one born for our salvation, Jesus. There is a light that overwhelms the darkness. There is a kingdom that forever reigns. There is freedom from the chains that bind us. Jesus, Jesus. Okay, so let's say that you are doing a solo for one of these verses. So I would say if everybody is singing together, you really want to sing pretty straight so everybody stays together. But if you have the opportunity to solo it, I would say just play around with it. And you can try to mimic at your own house. You can play around with it by trying to mimic somebody that you really like to hear sing, somebody else's voice. Figure out what you think sounds good for your own voice and for your own vocal range. So I'll show you what I mean. You can sing it straight or you can kind of play with it and do whatever you want. So here's maybe something I would do. Here we go. There is a truth that's older than the ages. There is a promise of things yet to come. Oh, there is one born for our salvation. Oh, Jesus. There is a light that overwhelms the darkness. There is a kingdom that forever reigns. Oh, there is freedom from the chains that bind us. Oh, Jesus, ooh, Jesus, who walks. All right, you get to play around with it. It's your voice. Okay, here is verse 2. There is a name I call in times of trouble. There is a song that comforts in the night. There is a voice that calms the storm that rages. Jesus, Jesus, who walks. All right, then you'll go right back into that chorus. Okay, so here is the chorus. I would say probably altos are going to be the most comfortable on singing the melody for this chorus, but whoever you have who can sing in this range, give it to them, okay? So here's the chorus. So we just came from verse 1. Jesus, Jesus, here we go. Who walks on the waters, who speaks to the sea, who stands in the fire beside me. He roars like a lion, he bled as the lamb, he carries my healing in his hands. Jesus. All right, if it were me and I were repeating the chorus, I would leave off that last Jesus and let it build back into the beginning. So, carries my healing in his hands, who walks on the water, and then go do that last Jesus before you go maybe into the verse or into the bridge. Here is the soprano part for that chorus. If you don't have anybody that's comfortable singing this high, then just don't have that part. It's not a big deal. Okay, but this is what it sounds like. Who walks on the waters? Who speaks to the sea? Who stands in the fire beside me? He roars like a lion, he bled as a lamb. He carries my healing in his hands. Jesus. Okay, here is that tenor part. Otherwise, you could have your sopranos sing the melody and your altos sing this part. Again, depends on who you have, okay? Here we go. Who walks on the waters? Who speaks to the sea? Who stands in the fire beside me? He roars like a lion, he bled as the lamb. He carries my healing in his hands. Jesus. All right, so I would go down there. You could do Jesus, Jesus. But I would just go into more of a unison part right there. Okay. So here's the bridge. This is the melody or that alto part for the bridge. And for the very last line, I think on the recording, they kind of go down. I like to go up for that. So it builds back into the bridge. So, or into the chorus. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here we go. Here's the bridge. Messiah, my Savior, there is power in your name. You're my rock and my redeemer. There is power in your name. If you're repeating the bridge, same with the chorus, I would leave off that last line. So there's power in your name. 1, 2, 3, Messiah. All right. Otherwise, if you're ending the bridge and going back into the chorus, this is how I would do it. There is power in your name, in your name. Who walks on the waters? Okay, and for the bridge, I would just kind of throw that last note on Messiah, my Savior. All right, otherwise you can do Messiah, my Savior. I just prefer to throw those notes there. Messiah, my Savior. There is, and then hold those next ones out, okay? Here is the bridge, and this is the soprano part for that bridge. Messiah, my Savior, there is power in your name. You're my rock and my redeemer. There is power in your name, in your name. And again, if you're repeating that chorus, you would do power in your name, Messiah. All right, so that would be if you're going, if you're repeating the bridge, you would go right back into that. Okay, finally, here is that tenor part for the bridge. Messiah, my Savior, there is power in your name. You're my rock and my redeemer. There is power in your name, in your name. Hope you love this song.